Oh my gosh. Good morning. Hi. How's it going? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Do we look okay? Oh my gosh. You're smoking a bud right now? Hi, fat balls. How are you? Fat balls in your face? That's new. I've never seen you in my chat before. How are you? How are you doing, fat balls? Hi, Julio. Or is it Julio? Julio, I'm assuming. Hi, Justin. How are you? How's it going? Good morning. Hi, Corey. Welcome to the stream. I see you found the new emotes. Justin. Goodness. Don't mind me. I'm just applying lip gloss. We love her. We love to see it. You were kind of sick over the weekend. Oh, no. Hi, Metallic Death. How are you? Don't mind me. I'm like fresh facing it this morning because I've got a show I'm going to tonight. So I'm like, I just didn't have time. I didn't have time. Sorry I'm late. Meh. No, I'm not. You're not late. It just started. Yes, Queen. I'm finally going to a show for the first time this year. How's Makai today? Makai? Who's Makai? Oh, me? Oh, I'm Makai. My name is Kaya. You're so funny. Hi, Rusty. How are you? Hi, how are ya? Doing okay. Doing pretty good. Like I said, I got a show today that I'm going to. First one of the year because everybody and their freaking dog is skipping Oklahoma. Or if they're coming to Oklahoma, it's like bad bands. It's all like trash ass bands. So, Mackay Pfeiffer. Yeah. So, Undeath is the headliner for today. So, and I'll show you the poster and stuff. Ma'am, come here. Rusty. Get your ass over here right now. Come on. Come here. Brie. I have to fix her diaper. Rusty is still in heat. She's still in heat. Come here. You're okay. Come here. Good girl. Let me fix this real quick. Yeah. There you go. She's still in heat. Would you like to see her? Come here. You want to show your face? There you go. That's the face you get. She still wants that doggy dick? Oh, God. Yeah, I guess so. No, her spay is next Friday. It was going to be, that's my ear. It was going to be this Wednesday. And then, yeah. She's so huge, is she? She's still pretty tiny in person. Hi. Woo. Woo, woo. Okay, no, you're deep dishing your coot. I don't need you to be so close to my face. Dirty girl wants to get pounded. This dog is horny too. Good God. Corey, you woke up on a hornball of a bed. She's going to go waddle away in her little diaper. Goodness. Yeah. So she's supposed to get spayed this Wednesday. And then I tried to push it to this Friday, and they were like, no, we're full. So now it's next Friday. Just my luck that she would go into heat 11 days before her spay surgery. Chat in top form again, I see. Yeah, right? Why does she always take off? Because she's got better things to do. She's a woman on a mission, girl. You kidding me? She got so much energy. Not really. That diaper is like that. Like Rusty in a diaper, it makes her so docile. Like when you take it off, it's like instant energy. But which I'm happy with because I'm like, she's literally going to be like indoors so much because she was indoors all of last week. You know, obviously I take her out, you know, but not going to the park, I guess is what I'm saying. So she's like, you know, contained into the house all of last week, this week, next week too, until she has her surgery, and then she's going to be in recovery for 10 days, you know. And slamming brutal dog core. Hi, Bio, how are you? I watched your Meshuggah react video lately and remembered you again. Ah, yes. I know, I'm bringing those back. Bringing back the reactions. Imagine having ears that could function as a scarf. I guess that's basically what a bullet hound is, you know. Hi, Joe. Hi, Adam. How are you? How's it going? How are you guys doing? How is life? How is this Monday morning, evening or afternoon treating you? It's currently 9:10 in the morning for me, basically. He left for 2 years. Honestly, so rude. Yeah, right? Honestly, so rude. Next up, Kaya reacts to regular pop music. Oh, God. I was actually, like, not gonna lie, I was probably just gonna do it for Patreon, but I was thinking about reacting to some painful pop star release. But, like, Camilo Cabello, or whatever her name is, I can't even pronounce it. Have y'all heard her most recent single? Trouble when you walked in. Hi. Hello. Hi, Mafwi. Thank you so much for resubscribing. Tier 1. You've been subscribed for 4 months already? Like, that's kind of wild. You didn't even want to do the good pop? Bro, I'm here to suffer. Okay? Don't encourage her or Metallic Death. No, but, like, if you have not heard Camila Cabello's, like, one of her, like, recent singles, like, I know a lot of us don't give a shit about pop music, and that's fair. I don't either. I can't stand it anymore. I came across her most recent single against my will on Twitter, okay? And it was the most god-awful thing I think I've ever heard, worse than the entire catalog of 6 Feet Under. Like, it was so bad. And just from, like, a music production standpoint and, like, a layout, you know, like, most pop songs, they're pretty formulaic, and they can be, like, good. I mean, they can be good. This was awful. It's the worst thing I've ever heard in my entire life. There was no structure. Nothing made sense. There was, like, some weird section in it that was, like, oh, my God, like, in it. I don't know. I don't know how else to describe it other than it was painful. You don't have to defend how you came across this song. Well, you know. So inevitably there'll be some dude that's like, why don't you just go back to, like, excuse me, channel. Happy Metal Monday. Hi, Spooth. How are you? Thank you. Sorry, that sneeze kind of came out of nowhere. Never been so glad to be a cheapskate. I didn't pay for it. Why? What did you say, Justin? You seem to want to suffer too much recently. Yeah. You're not on Patreon. Don't worry about it. Mafwi, I'm so glad that you're back. I'm so glad you are back. Do you like to party? Bro, do I look like I like to party? I'm like a massive introvert. Like, I don't think that people understand how much of an introvert I am. Like, Russ, one of my mods in Discord, was shocked when we first met that I was, like, as quiet and introverted as I am. He thought I was going to be like this. Yeah, I mean, I'm loud. I am loud. I come from a loud family, but I'm an introvert nonetheless. He thought I was going to be some, like, extrovert, you know, and want to party and do all these things. Bro, I'm always at home. I love it. She's like 100. Okay, well, that's a stretch. Russ is the man. He is cool. To bad music is funny for us. Kai is a trooper. Surgical Brute. I was thinking about possibly doing a video where I like listen to all of like Five Finger Death Punch or like Sleep Token or like something like that for the suffrage, so that you don't have to, you know. I think a lot of people like Sleep Token and a lot of people like Avenged Sevenfold. I don't know what the overall consensus is for like Five Finger Death Punch, you know. Can't wait for my package from Russ to come. Oh my gosh, what'd you get from him? I think all women from the South learn to whisper in a sawmill. Most women in the South don't know how to whisper. That's kind of how it is. Say suffering all you want. All of those bands will bring you massive success. I mean, I also keep an open mind. I mean, that's the thing is I approach the 6 Feet Under video with an open mind, and now they have a special place in my heart for reasons. I think it's, again, Stockholm Syndrome, but it's there. Hasn't put out a bad song yet. You like Five Finger? See? Or a good song either. I mean, you know, like I said, I'm open to listening to basically anything in the metal genre. Basically anything, honestly. So, Five Finger is mid, and I like Pantera. I should do Pantera too. Open-minded. It's been a while since I've listened to Pantera. We listened to one song in the Twitch listening party that I thought was like pretty good. They're not in the metal genre. What are they, like butt rock or something? I don't know. I really don't know. Being elitist is stupid anyway. I wouldn't call myself an elitist. I'm just here, man. I'm just here. Looking pretty. You already heard the Panty Boys' important songs, did I? I don't remember. Me? Gatekeeping? LOL. Pantera's groove metal? I know. No, not you. In general. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Well, I don't know. I mean, we're going to do Metallica. They'll be next after this Cannibal Corpse video. So that's kicking my ass. But, I mean, it's fun, but it's definitely kicking my ass. But I got my answers back from Paul. So, I should be able to, I'm going to get those into the video this week. It keeps out Five Finger Death Punch fans. What are they? Nobody answered that question, did they? Kia may be a poser, but she doesn't gatekeep, unlike our friend Taz. Okay, hold up. Nobody said anything about being a poser, okay? Also, why are you calling me Kia? I am not a car. She's Kaya Poser Tier. Oh, please. Oh, please. God. I'm a car dealership. I'm a Kardashian. Sometimes gatekeeping is a good thing. Oh, God. Death metal and black metal, I think they are hard because some normie in a Metallica shirt isn't familiar with metal. Who said that? That was genius. What? I said I'm a Kardashian. You said I'm a car dealer. I don't even know how to gatekeep. I don't know if I do it or not. I don't know. I'm just here. Don't judge me. But yes, I'm here to like listen to basically anything and everything, you know, whether it's awful or not, because I want to be able to experience as much music as possible. You know, I'm a poser teller. What the frick is that? That's a stretch. That's actually a stretch. It's meant to keep out. If you're complaining about it, it means it's bothering you. however you spell your last name. LOL, it's French. How do you not know how to spell my last name by now? I guess I don't have it, like, around, though. It's French. That's why I pronounced Rob Barrett's last name as Beret, because I was like, oh, it's 2 T's. It's French. It's not, apparently. Because I just woke up. Have you ever listened to any French metal bands like Gojira or Blood Aus Nord? Or I have. So I did a Gojira reaction. It's been a while since I've touched Gojira, but I briefly remember liking one song from them. I think it was The Art of Dying out of that reaction. So. And then, First Fragment, I think. Are they? They might be Canadian. Hold on. First Fragment might be Canadian, but I did do a reaction to them. She's listened to Blood Aus Nord on stream. There you go. We listen to so much music on the Twitch streams. So if you didn't know, we do listening parties on Twitch on Fridays. And the theme for this Friday is music from 2024 that you enjoy. That, you know, like new releases from this year. So now First Fragment is from Quebec. French-Canadian band. I'm French-Canadian. Bro thinks I listen to Gojira. Yeah, I was going to correct him. I was going to say, like, nah. I don't think Surgical Brute would touch Gojira with a 10-foot pole. But I didn't want to, like, assume. Did anyone see the Internal Bleeding interview on J-Dog? I have not. I noticed that he interviewed Hemorrhage, though. I love Hemorrhage. You'll summon the professor. Prof's not going to be able to come into the stream. Didn't you see on Discord? He said that, he said he had too many photos to edit. That is not sweet. Prof is great. Defeated Sanity interview was great too. I do like Defeated Sanity also. Edit these nuts. Oh God, sorry. Another reaction I'm gonna be doing is to their Severe Torture's new album. Bonk. Yeah, I'm sorry. Don't mind me. He'll come in long enough just to drop it. Did you know? Some random fact. Did you know? Blah, blah, blah. Random fact. I Googled it. Oh, Prof. Do you like emo violence? What is emo violence? I've never heard of that. Emotional hardcore mixed with power violence. I have not. I have not. Missed them in the UK in 2013. They rarely seem to come here. They're supposed to come out with a new album this year. So, emo is balls usually. That's interesting coming from you. I would figure that you would like emo music, Justin. Let's see. I'm looking at my list. Yeah, Defeated Sanity just signed with Season of Mist in November of last year. Currently working on their 7th studio album. Yeah, they haven't put out even a single yet. I checked yesterday because I had them on my list for my 2024 releases you should know about video. So I am on the lookout for a new Defeated Sanity album because I did a reaction to one of their albums previously. So this newer record that they're coming out with, I'll probably do. Hi, Wicket. How are you, honey? How's it going? What is this? Yeah, what bands are emo violence? I don't even know. Who's Jerome? You can't name them. They all do one EP and then leave music forever. Just stick to power violence in my advice. Wait, is Jerome a band? I thought we were talking about like a person. Jerome's Dream is a band? What? I thought we were talking about like a dude. I'm confused. All right. Is the lead singer named Jerome? Is that what it is? You are mostly confused, not gonna lie. Honestly, that is so rude. I am not always confused. Okay? About 75% of the time, I don't know what's going on. The other 25% of the time, I do. I'm not mostly confused. Jeroming these nuts across your face. That one's a stretch. That one is a stretch. You tried. Jerome's Dream. Not gonna lie, I don't like the name of that band. That is just awful name for a band. Screamo band from Connecticut. It's a 3-piece. You tried. Aren't Ho's band all Screamo? What? What is power violence? Like, what is... Have I listened to any power violence before? Violence. Chaotic and fast subgenre of hardcore punk, which is closely related to thrashcore. That's a thing. Thrashcore and grindcore. In contrast with grindcore, which is a crossover EDM containing musical aspects of heavy metal power violence. Hardcore and death metal. 75% is mostly. Shush. They all sound the same. I don't know. What would be considered power violence? Oh, anal cunt? Oh, don't say that word. I can't say that word on YouTube. Okay, so AX. Oh, no, that's a different band. No, because okay, that's, yeah. My dyslexia just had an absolute brain fart trip. ACXDC is the band that I'm looking at. They are a power violence band. AXCX is noise. Hi, William. How are you? You should check out Orchid. Rob Zombie. Oh gosh. I have yet to hear Rob Zombie. We're doing a traditional poll right now on Patreon, but Rob Zombie was not on it. So the traditional was, I think we did Ozzy Osbourne's like self-titled albums post Black Sabbath. We got Dio on there, Accept, Manowar, and Alice Cooper, I think is who we wanted on there. Nails is probably my favorite. Nails. Hold on. I'll look them up. Yeah, when I do my AXCX video, I can't say their actual band name or else I'll get, I'll get in trouble. Nails, American hardcore band from California. That's what we're talking about? Whose idea was it to put up... Oh, I'm sorry, Metallic Death. Bestie, you were not there. You were in and out of the damn Patreon hangout stream like some teenager thrusting into his girlfriend, okay? You're in, then you're out. You're in, then you're out. You're going to feed your birds. You're saying hi, then you're saying BRB. You know? You don't really have any room to talk because you left the choices to you left the choices to Haunted Entity, and I'm forgetting oh my god, I'm forgetting his name. I'm forgetting his name. It's like right on the tip of my tongue. Bro, that's literally why I'm asking, because you weren't there. You were not there, bestie. Skid Marcus. You left the choices to Skid Marcus and Haunted Entity. So, like, don't even. I was still in chat, remember? I couldn't hear shiz. You just had to join. You were just chilling in chat. You didn't join. Honestly, so rude. What's wrong with one-hit wonders? Yeah. Don't you know our favorite band is Nickelback? Guys. Hi, Thrash. How are you? Skid Marcus. Skid Marcus is great. He's been a long-time supporter of the channel. I should upgrade a tier so I can decide some picks so we listen to good music for once, please. Tier 3 has a problem sometimes. I love them with all of my heart, but sometimes Tier 3 doesn't know what the fuck they want. Honestly. It's like the last poll we did for Patreon Tier 3. It was like, we had industrial, right? And so I was like, okay, y'all picked industrial. They picked the genre of industrial for their poll. And then I was like, give me some band suggestions. So Metallic Death was like, okay, here, we'll do 9 Inch Nails. We'll do, Marilyn Manson. We'll do this other band. And then we'll do, Rob Zombie. And then, like, Haunted Entity was like, here, we'll do, Fear Factory and, like, Ministry. And we'll do, like, Towns Van Zandt or whatever that other band is. What was it? The band that he was also in? Anyway, Devin Townsend, what Strapping Young Lad. They was like, we'll put those in there. So I put all of their suggestions into the poll. And then the first thing Haunted Entity says? He was like, half of these bands aren't even industrial. All to your picks, Haunted or Metallic Death. All to your picks. He was like, half of these bands aren't even industrial. And then Metallic Death is like, ew, Fear Factory. Oh. And then I just realized it's all subjective. It's all just, based on your opinion, man. That's just your opinion, man. Do you like metalcore? To an extent. I think it depends on what kind of metalcore we're talking about. We had some banger listening parties this week. Yeah. Yes. Never listen to your people in chat unless it's me. Basically, what I'm trying to say is we need more people in Tier 3 Patreon to help. They need some help, apparently. Sometimes. But we'll manage. So we got our traditional poll, and it looks like Ozzy Osbourne's self-titled might win, but that the results are not going to be posted until tomorrow for Patreon. So check out Last to Die. Really, the only metalcore I've really listened to is Spirit Box, but that's because Courtney's a babe. Milky Mommy, I love her. It's not subjective. Metallic Death is just dumb. Who said they're metalcore? What do you mean? Fear Factory's industrial groove thrash death, right? They're all kinds of stuff. But that was a Haunted Entity pick, and so they won the poll. So I did a whole album reaction to Demanufacture. Spirit Box is great. But that's just because, like, Courtney is so hot. And, like, the song Jaded off of their most recent EP is, like, all the feels for me. It's my chick metal. Don't judge me. I know that a lot of people don't like Spirit Box. They don't like modern day, you know, metalcore. But, like, Courtney's just, she's everything for me and my femininity that I want, you know? So, listen to Integrity. Listen to this dick. All right. You're welcome. Sorry. Metal chicks are hot. Hell yeah. All right. So, I know I'm waiting for Defeated Sanity to announce something. So we do have some updates. I'm waiting for Morbid Angel to announce something. I don't think we're going to get anything from King Diamond this year, honestly. I don't think we'll get anything from Gojira or Gorguts this year. Blood Incantation haven't announced anything. I put on my script, though, that they should have something coming out in the fall. So I would expect Blood Incantation. I would expect Blood Incantation to release a new single within the next few months. 3 months, 2 months even. If it's June, oh my God, it's June. How is it like mid-June already, bestie? How? So if they have it coming out sometime in the fall, I would expect a single from them. I'm excited for the new Nile also. I can't wait for Halloween. You mean Halloween? Like the holiday? Metalcore as solos. Okay, prof. So, and Dream Theater also has not announced anything yet. Halloween. I do like Halloween too. I'm excited for Halloween. Y'all know I'm getting into the horror. So you might see some more horror stuff on the channel as time goes on. Oh yeah, new Nile. They dropped a song about avoiding being pelted with monkey shit or something to that effect. What? What? Horror. But the stuff that came out before 2005 I like. I understand. Yeah, see, I don't know the development of like metalcore specifically because if y'all have been watching me for a while, death metal's like my thing. Grindcore's my thing. So metalcore and deathcore are two genres that I really have not dove into very much. So, in terms of some June releases, to just briefly talk about ones that I thought were interesting. A lot of these you already know about. The first is with Black Dahlia Murder. Break out the corpse paint. Oh God. Yes, I am going to be doing another corpse paint video. This is true. That's like my thing though. Every October I do a corpse paint video. So I basically try it again. This year will be the 3rd year I try to do corpse paint. For Moshtober, yeah. Moshtober is so fun. And it always sneaks up on me. I always think I'm going to be so prepared for it, and then I just flop. And then it's just Flop City Central for me. I was over here by Kurt Cobain's pad recently. Oh my gosh, flop like these nuts. Anyway, so if you're a fan of the Black Dahlia Murder, melodic death metal band, obviously we know that Trevor passed away a couple years ago. So this is a big release. This is a really big release for this year, for this band, for the fans of the Black Dahlia Murder, because now they've got a new singer. They are releasing a new single on the 13th, so in 3 days, and it's called Aftermath. So I don't know much about the Black Dahlia Murder. I really only listened to like one song from them, not like an entire full album. But they've got some pretty decent reviews. Like their album Ever Black has like a 91% on Metal Archives. Nocturnal, 92% rating. So about to get betrayed by her own fans by doing Black Dahlia and Suicide Silence? How so? Why? We were really melodic death metal, all blast beats, no clean singing. Please don't corpse paint. Bro, I do it every year for Moshtober. I just try and do it. It's usually an epic fail. Although I did a much better job. The first time was an epic fail. The second time was not as bad. But I only do it for Halloween. I only do it for October. So. Because to everyone, they're gay AF. Black Dahlia and Suicide Silence. I've never listened to Suicide Silence. And I've never really dove into the Black Dahlia Murder. So, you know, just because that's the thing. It's like I have my audience is, there's a lot of variety within my audience. So it's like I've got my like death heads, like my death metal heads who strictly like that kind of music. Then I got my like noise core, grind core audience who like, you know, the Last Days of Humanity stuff and the Dying Fetus and, you know, AXCX. And then, you know, you got Metallic Death. He's in his own lane, you know. And then there's this other portion too that likes the more trendy stuff. And that's like, you know, well, it'd be like, yeah, all the trendy core stuff. Sleep Token, Ghost. I guess you could just say Metallic Death is in there also. The first BDM is solid. Can't stand Black Dahlia Murder, but Trevor was a legit metal dude. Yeah, see, I don't know. And that's like my whole thing. It's like my whole channel is about me listening to and discovering these bands. So I basically want to, you know, listen to these bands that a lot of you might think are trash and awful and I shouldn't waste my time, so that I can decide if they're awful or not. I'm fine suffering for content, and I'm also fine discovering bands that, you know, are really cool. You know, for example, I've never listened to Five Finger Death Punch. I've never listened to Suicide Silence. I've never really dove into, you know, bands like Nightwish. I've never dove into bands like Black Dahlia Murder. I've never listened to Avenged Sevenfold ever, you know. So a lot of y'all are probably gagging at the mention of some of those names. So I'm like, well, you know, I don't know. Maybe I'll do, you know, a whole thing where I listen to them and to just record my suffrage. I'm with Rusty on the Between the Buried and Me stuff. Amazing guitarist, but never really been a fan. See, I have no idea. I have no idea. See, I told you. Told me what? Have you heard of Avenged Sevenfold yet? I have not. That's what A7X stands for, right? I've never listened to them. So I do like the Garza podcast. Like, speaking of Suicide Silence, I like his podcast a lot. And he has a lot of really, like, well-known metal musicians, I guess, in his podcast. But, like, what's the overall consensus of Suicide Silence? Are people like... Have you heard Trivium? I have not. There's a lot of bands I still have not heard. You probably like them. BDM got popular for a reason. I don't know. The only deathcore that I really like is Shadow of Intent, because they've got that, like, almost like Insomnium type melodic aspect to their thing. I like the strings. If you can have, like, strings and kind of that, like, emotional stuff in your deathcore, then I'm interested. I like Shadow of Intent more than I like Lorna Shore. I liked the EP that Lorna Shore did a few years ago with the 3 songs. That was okay. But it was really just, like, the first, like, 2 songs. I didn't like the 3rd track. Some songs by Slaughter to Prevail, I guess. Yeah. Slaughter to Prevail, I like a couple songs. But I also don't listen to them, like, religiously. So, I don't know. Might listen to this Black Dahlia Murder stuff when this new single and new album eventually come out, just because I feel like it would be worth, understanding. I think it would be worth spending time with the band specifically to understand Trevor, and his importance in the metal community, in my opinion. So there are way too many bands, too little time. I mean, my God, you're telling me. So if you're interested in the Black Dahlia Murder and you didn't know, Aftermath is their new single coming out on June 13th. Brian Eskbach is their new lead singer, taking Trevor's place. So checking new bands, but hell, if I can keep up with everything, there's too much coming out there these days. There is. And I have a really hard time remembering, like, band names or like remembering songs. Like, a song really, really has to stand out in order for me to, like, remember the song title, It is, especially after Trevor's, like, death. Like, this is a really big deal for Black Dahlia Murder, for fans of the band. So I just think it's exciting from a musician standpoint, and I'm interested to see how this new album sounds and how, like, real, true Black Dahlia Murder fans will respond to it. And I hope it's a positive, I hope it's a positive transition. So overall consensus is the original singer was special. The Family Guy episode, what? Great. Does someone know if Power Trip is going to record new stuff? They are doing live stuff again. I love Power Trip so much. I can look it up. Let's see. Maybe they've got a single coming out? Where are they from again? They're from the US, right? Yeah, there you go. So many different Power Trips. Yeah, they don't have anything recently. They've only put out 2 albums. That's crazy. When I first listened to Power Trip, I listened to a song off Manifest, Decimation. Love that fucking album. Power Trip, dude, I was shocked that this band came out Like, that album came out in 2013. I was like, that literally sounds like it came out in, like, 85. They would need a singer. Did their singer... What happened? Riley? Did they lose their singer? He died. Oh my god. How'd he die? A fentanyl overdose. God. That's really sad. Damn. Damn is right. Boof. Power Trip is dank. That is so sad. It's a real issue. It's the problem. That's the problem. Well, that would be an interesting band to keep tabs on too, is Power Trip. The Family Guy EP. For what? Power Trip? You think it's a demo? Oh, Suicide Silence? Yeah, I have not listened to them. I don't know. It doesn't seem like y'all would be very excited about a Suicide Silence thing. They're cool. ASP is better. Okay. Next one is Malignancy. So I don't believe I've listened to this band yet, but I have heard this name before, and I'm pulling up their thing. Brutal tech death metal from New York. Malignancy. Hey, Devilman, how are you? It's going good. Just talking about some new releases. So if you're into Malignancy, they have a new album coming out. It's called ... Discontinued. It's coming out on Willow Tip on June 14th. So literally in 4 days. So, and the album cover looks pretty cool. So, I could also do a reaction to this because Willow Tip is great. Willow Tip has some really awesome reactions. But have y'all listened to Malignancy? Have you been to any shows? I'm actually going to a show tonight. My first one this year. Because nobody wants to come to Oklahoma. On a Monday night, I know. The next show we'll be going to is literally going to be in October. So we will see. We will see if anybody between now and October decide to come here. But yeah, I mean, it was bopping to the topping last year for shows. Like Aborted. We got to see Exhumed. Sepultura. Who else did we see? Cattle. I mean, there were so many bands we saw last year, and this year it's just like Immolation and Incantation we saw last year. It's like drier than the Sahara Desert for freaking bands this year. Maybe nobody wants to come for a reason? Yeah. I really don't know. I was listening to Malignancy before you were born. You were probably listening to a lot of stuff before I was born. I mean, and even then, I'm still like a couple years away from 30. So there's kids that are younger than me that are discovering stuff. Congratulations on being old, I guess. Yeah, right. Oh, please. Don't give me puke face to 30. So yeah, Discontinued by Malignancy. I'm really excited about this new album from Ulcerate that's coming out, Cutting the Throat of God. This is an album that actually Skid Marcus, one of my tier 3 Patreon members, reminded me about, from New Zealand, their avant-garde tech death. So the album again is Cutting the Throat of God. It comes out on the 14th as well with the Malignancy album. And I'm excited. It's only 7 songs and it's 57 minutes long. So yeah, I'm excited for Ulcerate. So, and Skid Marcus said for me to check out Stare Into the Death and Be Still, that album from 2020. And I also think he said Vermis was good. That's your upcoming... I don't even know who any of those bands are. Although I think I've heard of Portrait. How was it? How was that show with Malignancy? Where'd they play? Isn't Rocklahoma Festival in Oklahoma? Yeah, but Rocklahoma always has ass bands for their lineup. I'll even bring it up. I'll even bring up Rocklahoma's freaking lineup. It's usually absolute ass. But the other thing, too, is it's like... I don't think you guys understand how effing hot it is here. Slay! Hi, Anos. How are you? Thanks so much for following the frickin' Twitch, girl. Everybody say hello to Anos. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you guys understand how, like, absolutely awful the summers are here in Oklahoma. Like, just to paint you a picture, Rocklahoma last year happened, I think it's like in September, which is like one of the hottest months here in Oklahoma. And last year, when that festival came, it was 105 degrees Fahrenheit with like 95% humidity. And it's outside. It is so hot and so clammy that, like, you walk outside and you can't even hardly breathe. And then you feel the, like, humidity on your hands. That's why I'm telling you about all those bands. Why? Because they're on this thing. Oh my god, they actually have a decent lineup. Sort of, not really. August 30th through September 1st. But I'm getting ready for football at that point. Okay, so Rocklahoma's got some okay people, sort of. Oh my god, they've got like Slipknot, Disturbed, Avenged Sevenfold, Evanescence, A Day to Remember, Lamb of God, Hailstorm, Mastodon, Skillet, Clutch, Wage War, Nothing More, Carrie King Band. I don't even know the rest of these bands. Winger, Bad Wolves, Faster Pussycat, Vixen. These are all the people that are in Rocklahoma. I'm saying that's why I told you about them. Oh, I see. You didn't research the environment before you decided to move there? I moved here because my boyfriend's here. And it's cheap, girl, okay? I ain't gonna say no to cheap rent. North Jersey venue. Every March they have an extreme metal festival. That's cool. Yeah, I don't really know. Holy Wars. Any Given Sin. I mean, if I had to go to this, I might want to see Slipknot. I'd probably, like, if I were to go to Rocklahoma, I'd probably go to see Mastodon, Lamb of God, Slipknot, maybe Avenged Sevenfold, and Evanescence. If I had to pick. Oh, God. But that's just, like barf in my mouth. Ugh. I don't know. Like, that's like if you forced me to go. You'd like Faster Pussycat? Bro, I think we have completely different ideas of what I would like. Maybe Carrie King. Vixen is good? Do you think so?
Yes, queen!
Slay! Slay! Hi, Mastodon! How are you? We were just talking about you. Do you like grindcore? Hell yeah, I like grindcore. You don't know this? Slipknot. Named after your favorite band? Yeah, right. Grindcore is one of my favorite genres of the extreme metal. I like gore grind, grindcore, death grind, and death metal. E. Truman, hi, how are you? How's it going? How is it? We used Lamb of God studio engineer to record our demo. Nice. Nice. Slip these nuts in your mouth. Oh my God, you're just going to say that and then you're going to dip? The only good song from Slipknot is Psychosocial and People Sheet. Bro, I don't even know. It's been a while since I've listened to Slipknot. I did enjoy the Iowa album, though. Okay, so Ulcerate, Cutting the Throat of God. That comes out this Friday. I think 14th. Yeah, this Friday. Alcest. So this is a band I just recently listened to. I think last listening party or like the listening party before that on Twitch. And I absolutely adore this band. I love the way they sound. They're from France. They're on Nuclear Blast Records. Post black metal, shoegaze is what they're listed under on Metal Archives. But Alcest is releasing a new album on June 21st, 2024. And I think it's in French, so bear with me. Les Chants de Laurel. Les Chants de Laurel. De Laurel. I don't know. De la Rue. Les Chants de la Rue. Yeah, that's accurate. Is that accurate? I don't know. So, that's what it is. That's their album, June 21st. So that comes out next Friday, actually, the day that Ruster Tan is getting spayed. Okay, she is breathing, thank God. Sometimes, ever since Spooner died, I'm like, you've got to be breathing, right? Okay. Gorgatron is next. So I'm really excited about Alcest. I really enjoy their sound. Admittedly, I need to listen to more stuff. So Gorgatron, I have literally not listened to this band yet, but they're a death metal grindcore band from Blood Blast Distribution, which I actually really enjoy that record label. And I feel like I've heard this band before, but they're from North Dakota. They've got a new album coming out called Sentience Revoked. And it just looks dope. This album cover looks so sick. Slipknot. It's black gaze, basically, for Alcest. Yeah, I enjoy it. So Gorgatron. Okay, and then this is another, so there's two bands off of that 2024 video that I did, of records you should know about. There's two bands that do now have official releases that were announced. Shit, not. So, just got stuck on band Ulcerate and ordered two of their newest albums. Yes, Ulcerate's very good. So, 200 Stab Wounds is one of those bands, and Nile is the other. So, 200 Stab Wounds is pretty promising, honestly, for like a current death metal band that can kind of help, I guess, carry the torch for the OGs, you know? Like, I feel like right now we're in a situation where, you know, we're basically in a situation where we're looking for new bands that can kind of, exactly like I said, carry the torch for the OGs and keep bringing good death metal to the scene. I think 200 Stab Wounds is a great contender for that. Killed at Kaya for what? What'd I do? Don't mind me. I'm just giving you like librarian vibes right now because I can't fucking see anything. Anyway, 200 Stab Wounds. Will you load? Like, bestie. Thank you. Manual Manic Procedures coming out this month, at the end of this month, June 28th. I'm not going to show you the album cover because YouTube will get mad at me. YouTube doesn't like me talking about metal, by the way. I've gotten, like, they have given me warnings on 2 of my videos recently because of album covers and because of band names. Like, I can't say AXCX's name anymore on YouTube because they'll flag me for language. So, I'm excited for 200 Stab Wounds. Love the singles. Yeah, so they've got 2 singles out right now that you can listen to, Ride the Flatline and Hands of Eternity. And it looks like, based on Metal Archives, Hands of Eternity is their first song on the album. So, yeah, it comes out with Metal Blade, which is cool because I think, based on my research, this is their first album under Metal Blade because they just... 200 Stab Wounds signed to Metal Blade back in 2022, and they recently confirmed that their sophomore album will come out on the label in 2024. So at the time that I did that video, which I think I had it released like January, they had nothing announced yet for a new album. So now we've got a new 200 Stab Wounds album. So, yes, he does. He does indeed. He also calls 3 inches of blood 3 inches of poo. And it's like, I'm also doing a reaction to them for Patreon. So, yeah. Can't do 200 Stab Wounds. I put them on the same level as Toilet Leech. Or whatever sanguinivores. Are you talking about sanguination sack or whatever that is? 200 is not ready to carry the torch. Not even close. Who would you think is ready to carry the torch of, like, the godfathers of death metal? Because that's where we're at right now. Although this is only their second album, so yeah, it could be, like, way too early. You know? It could be just a little too early to tell for 200 Stab Wounds. Aren't they the ones that were, like, being made fun of because of the Watermelon magazine cover? I think they were, right? Honey Bucket? That sounds awful. Not gonna lie. They're comic death metal. So on my Patreon, I am currently doing a reaction series to all of Metalocalypse. Just so you know. Which I've never seen before. Ever. So it's fun. Already been sorted out, and Corpse Grinder is gonna hand it to John Gallagher of Dying Fetus. But Dying Fetus is like an OG, though. That's the thing. Like, I would consider, like, Cattle, Dying Fetus, Cannibal Corpse to be, you know, OGs. So we're looking for people to replace them. You can't really replace them, but, you know. Dying Fetus have been around for like over 20 years, exactly. Like, I wouldn't say that they're carrying the torch. I would say they are handing the torch over. Same with Nile. So, Nile is coming out with a new album, finally announced with Napalm Records, which is really cool. Because I feel like I love Napalm Records, but a lot of their bands that they have on there are a little more like on the symphonic side. So the fact that they've got Nile, a band like Nile, on their roster is kind of cool. So, yeah, I'm excited. It's a long album, 53 minutes, 11 total songs. And it's coming out at the end of August, right before football season, girl. I'm excited. Or right around, I guess, when like football season is going to be starting. I'm excited for football season. I can't wait. I'm counting down the days. Bro, I bought a TV so I could watch the games, okay? Like, I'm excited. But August 23rd of this summer is when we're going to get it. Justin is a hardcore kid. He absolutely is. But he is also, you know, he's got some great picks. So, and it looks like they also released a single, Chapter for Not Being Hung Upside Down. Oh my God. Niall, why? Why do we need to have song titles? This is like Taz level of fucking long ass titles. Chapter for Not Being Hung Upside Down on a Stake in the Underworld and Made to Eat Feces by the Four Apes. That's their song title. That's the song that you were talking about, Ape Slinging Shit. That's what you were talking about. What kind of song title is that? Like, wow. Knocked Loose. That's the other one, too. So what did we think? What's the consensus of Knocked Loose? Definitely not YouTube friendly. Nah, man. It should be fine. Because you didn't say it's a cuss word. It is a mouthful. So, Knocked Loose had a new album come out. I remember. I've never listened to this band before. What's like the overall consensus? Are they like in the same sort of realm as like Five Finger Death Punch or not? Genuine question. I have no idea. I really have no idea. They're not even on Metal Archives, bro. Oh my God. I just got an ad because I put Knocked in there and it came up with that movie Knocked Up. You remember that movie? Oh my God, you remember that movie? I haven't seen that movie in 1,000 years. Oh my God, from 2007? Yes. It had Katherine Hagel in it and Seth Rogen. You remember that movie? They're a typical hardcore metalcore band. Skip both Knocked Loose and 200 Stab Wounds. Go directly to left cross. At least they kill it. Left cross, huh? New Knocked Loose is solid. What do you think is like the worst metal band? I'm rating Knocked Loose in here. Like, if you had to pick. That's not 6 Feet Under. That's not 6 Feet Under. That you couldn't make a movie like Knocked Up today. You couldn't make a movie like Pitch Perfect today, honestly. Creeping Death. Are you saying Creeping Death is a bad band? I've seen Creeping Death live. Creeping Death is great. Especially live. Don't be rude, everyone. I said goodbye. Bye, Rom. Thanks for being here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Knocked Loose is my shit. You think Manowar is the worst one? Creeping Death is great live. If you have an opportunity to ever see Creeping Death live, you need to do it. Like ASAP Rocky. Like, don't even think about it. Just buy your tickets. It is worth seeing Creeping Death specifically because of their, I think he plays guitar from what I remember. Their guitarist, he is so freaking good. What's his name? I'm looking him up. Hold on. Worst band is anything Taz listens to. You know, Taz is going to come in here in like the last 2 minutes of the stream and he's going to be like, hey guys, I'm here. And he's like, I forgot there was a stream today. I think his name is Trey. Trey Pemberton. Pemberton. Love him. Oh yeah, there's As I Lay Dying. Moshcore? What the hell is metallic beatdown moshcore? That sounds like a really bad time. Like a really bad time. There was a local band called Sludge that was pretty bad. You missed the last 2 Metal Mondays. Oh no. Well, I'm glad you made it to this one. Ghost or Mastodon, they both suck. Wanky tech death shit pops into your head first. That's the worst. Arf, arf. Well, I was thinking like... So I was thinking... Yeah, it's probably would be like Ghost is painful. Ghost is kind of painful. I'm trying to think. Mastodon was a bit painful, but I would be willing to suffer for that. I'd be willing to like listen to that. If I can make it through 6 Feet Under, I can do anything. Honestly. To Sludge not too long ago, but I completely agree with you. Is my suggestion. But see, how do I know it's bad if I have never listened to it? It's all like subjective because, you know, there have been many bands. Like I had so many people say that 6 Feet or what is it? Cradle of Filth was going to be really good. And then I did a reaction to it and I almost cried because it was so bad. Except for like 1 or 2 songs. And I was really disappointed. And then people were like, oh, you're going to hate Typo Negative. And then I listened to Typo Negative and I was like, I love this band because Peter is like giving me like sexy vampire vibes. And then everybody was like, oh, you're going to love Celtic Frost, man. They're so good. And I listened to Celtic Frost and I almost shaved my head like Britney Spears. And I was like, this is honestly probably... It's so bad. Not as bad as Cradle of Filth bad. But it was rough. It was rough. I don't even like Mastodon, but I guarantee you if you what? Go through their early material, you'd find a couple of songs. Maybe. You don't even get notifications anymore? Oh, no. Do you have the bell? Are you subscribed? Pathology is a band for Cat Cat fans. Listen to Knock Loose, Billy No Mates, The Gospel, and Eating Worms if you don't like. Stop there if you like it. I'll list more. Oh, God. You're only getting, like, bits and pieces of certain bands. Like, early Celtic Frost is way different than later. No, but Surgical Brood, I did a whole reaction to them on Patreon. And I think we did, like, 5 songs from across their discography. And I admit I liked early Celtic Frost from what I remember. But we listened to, like, one of the songs off of their, like, later records, and it was painful. I rarely get notifications from you anymore. Oh, no. I also haven't posted a video in, like, 2 weeks, which is going to change. So I'm going to this show. We're doing a concert vlog, and then that's going to get posted on Friday. And then I'm still working on Cannibal Corpse Part 2, but that should come out in the next, like, 2 weeks once it's done. But next week I'm going to post a reaction, I think. So that'll be good. Celtic Frost has good early stuff and a great final album. There'll be 2 parts to the Cannibal Corpse video. So the first part you've already seen. The second part's just going to be, I was originally going to split up the Corpse Grinder era into 2 albums or 2 parts because there's, like, so many albums. But then I was like, well, I'll just do it all as, like, 1 part, 12 albums. What's just taking me so long is, like, getting B-roll, voiceover, you know, listening to every single album. And then I, like, sent questions over to Paul, and I just got the responses back. So now I've got to, like, edit that into the video, you know. So I will always be indecisive. That's just how it is. But no, it's also, like, originally I was thinking it would be, you know, 1 part, this first 6 albums, and then it was just under, like, 45 minutes. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just make it 2 parts. Cradle of Filth or Sick Live. See, I was like, I watched, like, a 2021 video of Cradle of Filth performing, and it was pain. It was pain. Hi, Kapsuda. How are you, honey? How's it going? Paul got back to you. I saw an interview with him, and he sounded like a public radio announcer because he was so soft-spoken. Yeah, so he sent me answers to 3 or so questions that I sent him. So, and I asked him, I was like, if I feel like using, you know, it would make sense in the video, would I be able to use, like, your voice? Because he basically sent me voice recordings of his answers because he said that was, like, more comfortable for him. So, and he said, yes, I could use his voice if it works for the video, of course. Playing Warhammer. Oh my gosh. We're doing good. We're just talking about some new releases here. So Niall, like I said, is coming out with something. Now, I have one more band, and I only picked this band because the name of it is just, like, tits. Like, I don't know. It's not, like, the best band name I've ever heard, but Danny's Filth voice is shot. Yeah, that's, like, the biggest takeaway I got from that live performance of Cradle of Filth, honestly. Because, like, I could tell that it was going out, which is not really a surprise because Danny Filth has, like, such a range. He's like King Diamond. I'm surprised King Diamond would. That's probably why he hasn't released an album either, is because, you know, he's probably shot his voice. Yeah, I mean, we all know that Barnes' voice is shot just from horrible technique over the years. Was the Satanic Panic your first major video? I mean, I don't know. I had some really popular reactions that blew up. before the Satanic Panic video, but the Satanic Panic video is now at like 140K views. But that one was just kind of a fun deep dive. And so I'll be doing more like deep dives like that. They just take a while to research. So thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I haven't been posting as much because I've been doing research for these like deep dives, but I'm hoping to start posting once a week. That's kind of my goal. Just to like give you some content while I'm working on these deeper dives. So that's kind of where I'm at. But the Satanic Panic video was really good. Like the first couple days, I think it was like, I still remember when that video was at like 4,000 views. All your time has been going to Overwatch. I uninstalled the game like almost a week ago. I haven't played it. King could still go, but he does need some help with the highs. Is standing to the side of the stage. He sometimes helps him out on those really big highs. That's so sweet. That's so nice. There's this band. I have not heard them, but I'm kind of interested. And that's only because their name is Texas Toast Chainsaw Massacre. Like, it's a crossover thrash band. I literally haven't listened to them. But Texas Toast Chainsaw Massacre is the name. 14 songs. Independently releasing an album at the end of this month called Super Turbo. And I'm like, why do I feel like I might enjoy this band? I like Texas Toast, though. Sounds gay. Honestly, so rude. I feel like you should talk about your Patreon more in your videos, by the way. Get that money. I know, I should. I just don't want people to think I'm like, you know, I don't know. Join my Patreon, by the way. Join my Patreon. I post a lot of exclusive content on there. So, I do weekly reactions, like multiple reactions a week, usually for Patreon. So this Friday, they'll be getting a traditional metal reaction. They also get early access. And, they also get, Tier 3 gets behind the scenes monthly vlogs of me recording my album. So, Suman is filling in for Prof right now. I know. Where's Prof when you need him? King Diamond is a hot wife. LOL. All right, you guys. Dying Fetus deep dive. I will be doing a Dying Fetus deep dive. Yes. So I've got, like I said, right now, I'm going to be like adjusting some things because I had an overwhelming amount of people say they wanted me to bring back reactions to the channel. And so do all your Patreon videos eventually go onto YouTube? No. There are a lot of Patreon videos that are just exclusive to Patreon, too. So there's a massive back catalog of reactions that are just for Patreon. So I always tell people it's $5 for tier 2 for US dollars. I know that can change depending on where you're at. But it's like $5 US for tier 2 to get access to all the like exclusive content, and that's like cheaper than a Netflix subscription. So you could just like pay for it and immediately cancel and just like watch all the content, and if you decide you want to stay, then you can stay, or you can just try it out. I have a calendar right now that's posted of all the content that's going to be kind of coming out this month on Patreon. If you wanted to join for tier 3, you can. I've got 2 behind the scenes vlogs on, yes, my acid bath reaction is on there. because I just did a review for Instagram or for YouTube. So I have a reaction to acid bath on there. Tier 3, like I said, gets the behind the scenes vlogs that I do for my album right now. So killing on adrenaline is all-time great. Yeah. I have to, so Metallic Death, what I need to do is I need to finish this Fear Factory thing, and then I've actually got a vlog today for the show, so I'm trying to like wrap up some content for Patreon and stuff. Honestly, so rude, Surgical Brew. But yeah, that's like what a lot of people do. I always just suggest like just join the Patreon and see how you like it. And you can, if you don't like it, you can just like dip. But it helps. Like, I don't know. Because YouTube is so silly. YouTube is silly. She's a silly girl. You can BRB, LOL. But yeah, so I'll be doing more reactions a little bit here and there on my channel because I know a lot of people really wanted those on there, on like back on my channel. And I'm going to try and post once a week to get back into like a groove as I'm doing these deep dives. Because like the Cannibal Corpse Part 2 video is going to take me at least another week to do. And then Patreon gets that video for early access. So yeah, that's essentially what I got. So I know you guys get early access. I'll also get early access to my concert vlog this week too. So that's pretty fun. That's pretty fun. So there's like some exciting things happening. But yeah, I'm going to go eat some breakfast. And I need to do this Fear Factory reaction for Patreon. So, and some vlogging. So you put those silly pictures in the thumbnails? What? Are you calling me silly? Are you saying my pictures are silly? You have to put those silly pictures in the thumbnails? What silly pictures? What pictures? Like for what? Like give me an example of like what I've done. Boiling here? Yeah, right. Me too. The typical reaction YouTube pictures. Oh, God. Yeah, and then I'll have a bunch of people commenting on my videos. Sell out. Good. Sell out. You know what the Starks say? No. So there wouldn't be a difference then. LOL. What do you mean? What? Are you saying I'm a sellout? That is honestly so rude. What do you mean by that? Honestly. You have sold out? That's what Patreon is? That is not true. I disagree. Yeah, I guess that's true. Sellout would be if you became an Ariana Grande fan again. Yeah. I can't stand her.
Queen, slay!
Hi, Laser Tears.
Slay!
Hi, how are you? Welcome to the freaking stream. People gotta make a living. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with having a Patreon, honestly. Especially because like YouTube takes like so much of your ad revenue. And like when you have channel memberships, they take like 70% of your ad revenue or your revenue for that. Can't be a sellout if she ain't selling nothing. Love Metal, so happy to meet you. Happy to meet you too. I'm just teasing. Joins my Discord. Calls me a sellout. They take so much. Like, that's the thing is, like, So with your ad revenue, they take like, I think it's like a 70-30 split. And so basically they take 30%. If you get a copyright claim on your video and it's like shared revenue, then basically that other, like the record label gets 50% of that 70%, if I'm remembering correctly. And then, but Patreon, it's like I get to keep all the money, you know. So, you didn't show any records? I don't really have anything to show. I mean, I do, but I have to keep my day job. Yeah, right. Happy to see you again. Yes. Happy to see you too. All right, you guys. I am going to take off because I've got a show to go to and prepare for. So, thank you so much, Laser Tears, for joining. I'm sorry we're like just now kind of leaving, but I have a Discord. If you're interested, we do a listening party on Friday on Twitch. Our theme is songs from 2024 that you fell in love with. So you can join my Discord, and then you can submit a pic in the Twitch Pics channel if you're interested. And there's a pinned post on that channel that kind of like goes over submission rules. So Kaya needs 8 hours to prepare for tonight's show. No, I've got content I've got to do. And I'm probably going to freaking, take a nap, honestly. Because, I mean, it's tonight. Yeah. Ugh. I mean, I'm excited, but I'm also like, I'm going to be tired tomorrow. I'm probably not going to have a voice tomorrow. Who's playing tonight? So, Undeath. That's actually exactly what I was going to show you guys, too. Let's see. It's Undeath is the headliner. So, it's kind of like a smaller show. There's not really big names that are at this show, but I love Undeath. I've talked about them on my channel. They are a death metal band that are relatively new to the scene. I think their last album came out in 2021. I did a reaction to it. It's called It's Time to Rise from the Grave. They're awesome. And so they are the headliners for this venue for tonight. And main support is Jarhead Fertilizer, with the local band being Ectospire. So that's what it is. Very CC inspired, exactly. Definitely very Cannibal Corpse inspired. If there's anybody that, is brand new to the scene that could possibly carry the torch for Cannibal Corpse later, it would be Undeath. They're very much within that realm, but they're just so new to the scene, and they're still pretty underground, so, that could vary. What time do you start streaming on Mondays? 9 a.m. U.S. Central Time. So, nine a.m. 9 a.m. U.S. Central Time. And then Twitch listening parties at the same time. 9 a.m. U.S. Central Time. So, so yeah, I will be posting concert vlog later this week. And the next week, look out for a video or two from me. So we'll be posting some more content. It'll be fun. Join my Patreon, join my Discord if you want. And I'll see you guys on Friday, okay? Okay? Earplugs are a must? Yes. Don't let me forget earplugs. That's another one. Thank you. I guess. Bye. Stop being so sassy. Honestly, so rude. Don't go to the Metalworks channel. Go to the Twitch Picks channel. I need to fix that. All right, you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you on Friday, okay? I'm a sellout. Thank you. Turd. Such a turd. Bye, you guys. Bye, bye, bye.